Tell me what you want from me. Tell me if you're feeling me. What your intentions with me? Do you plan on loving me, or do you plan on slicing me? Just be real with me.
Good evening, everybody. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on this beautiful Wednesday to Rose's Wishes. We are here each and every Wednesday night from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Make sure you guys check your local time zones. Make sure you go on Facebook Live. We on Facebook Live. We on YouTube Live. We also got a call-in number that you guys can call in to, 708-223-8953. I am here with my wonderful co-host, Mr. Rams. What's going on today, Mr. Rams?
Hey, I got my big brother out here tonight. I got him out here and I had to drag him. No, I didn't even have to drag him. He just told me, man, I love you and I'm going to come on. And to mention that we family and we didn't even know it. That part.
So why don't you have the honors of introducing your guest to everybody?
Because you right there by him.
Why you can't have the honors? Come on.
I can do it.
There you go. Because we have fun.
Our
on
guest,
this show.
I want to make sure I say your name right. It's Mr. Heron Lewell.
That's me.
Yes, guys. He is the author of The Chronicles of a True Gangster, based on a true story. And he also has another book here on the table, The Making of a Community. Yes, I'm loving both of those titles. So he is on here with us tonight, and he's going to explain to you guys who he is, what he does. I got a feeling this is going to be a powerful show. I got a feeling he's a very powerful brother. I cannot wait to hear what he has to say. So, Mr. Huron, if you can, tell the people who you are and what do you
really
do.
are.
Yes, who you are and what do you do.
I am really, first and foremost, a human being.
Come closer.
I am really, I'm testing the atmosphere, but I am really, first and foremost, a human being. Secondly, I am a intense revolutionary, meaning that I believe absolutely in productive change by absolutely any means necessary. The book that I have out, The Chronicles of a True Gangster, it really began in my childhood. And I can really say that I never had a childhood because of the type of environment that I grew up in. At the age of 8, 9 years old, it was mandatory that you become a man instead of a child. The term gangster, I always like to clarify so that there's no negative connotation behind it. The term gangster, to me, it simply represents and it simply means an individual that rebels against unjust behavior. And so that just not defines the character and the content of a man, but a woman in human nature. If something is just not right, you rebel against it. That's gangster to me because you're standing on what you believe in. You're standing on the doctrines of your principles, and you will not compromise the morality of those ethics. And so that's what the term gangster means to me. I came up real rough, ain't no doubt about it. I was a particle of a sickness that was that was defined in my community at that time, and to this very day, it still exists. And so when I write books, I write it for the sake of if I can't reach 100 children today, if I can just reach one, then that's my blessing. Because the cycle, it just continues. I served, well, we ain't going to even go into that. But as you know, as I've stated, I'm just simply a human being, that just believe in human values and the structure of development of people as a whole, and I don't care what race you is, just people as a whole treating everybody good, the way you want to be treated, you know, things like that.
Nice, 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 nice. So, how long has your book been out? Is it on Amazon? Where can people get it?
Yes, it's on Amazon. Technically, this is really my fifth book. My first book was a book of poetry. I donated all of the economic proceeds to women in prison. My next two books after that was on one was on juvenile justice, the other was on criminal justice. That was my third book. And then I decided to come out with a story of my own, and purposely it was not for economic gain, although by me being a hustler, I'm always chasing money. So I'm gonna sell the vision. But it was really for my children because I did not want the streets to tell my children a story about me without it coming directly from me. I've heard so many stories about people did this and people did that. And then I come to find out later on that that person didn't do nothing at all.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? Uh, to generate
Okay.
the legacy of who they were. So lies was told. And so what I do is because I had such a horrible experience, a great experience because I'm still living, but a miserable experience at the same time. And so when I run into people that have been through that same triangle of life, I tell them that this is what you must do. You got to put it in black and white because people will substitute the story of who you are. People will substitute and lie about who you were. And when that happens, your legacy is destroyed because your legacy is really only remembered. A person once told me in your death, your legacy is what you remembered by. And what you want to be remembered by is the achievements that you made when you was here on earth, the dreams that you share with other people, instead of taking the dreams to the grave with you.
Wow. So you are a person of my own heart. I do poetry as well. So that's why I was telling them like later. And it's funny that I picked that piece, my police piece, for her to play before we get off the air. I love that piece.
Wait, hold up, you're a police?
I'm not.
Oh,
I did
No,
a
she ain't
poem
the
about the
police. Fam, she ain't the police. She just got out of court with them
I just
today
got
on
out of
some
court
BS
today, man.
and beat that. And she
Beat
ain't even
that.
hit them.
So now I got a police poem that I got that I wanted her to play before we get off the show. It's real deep and powerful. But if you don't mind, do you mind doing a poem for me? You got
Do you
it
have
in.
one
You got
ready?
it in. You.
Do you have one
He
ready?
got a
Fam?
million of them in them.
you know what? Honestly,
I mean, if you're not
I'm
ready, you're not ready. But you know,
honestly, I'm a hard-born romantic, and my wife is not here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I can't look at her, you know what I mean, with the gold hair, as she look at my stare, and gaze in her eyes and think about her thighs. You know what I mean?
you already doing the
You
portrait.
already know.
Oh, he trying to slide it in. What's wrong with you, man? What's up, family, man? Come on, man. What's up,
Oh,
family?
man.
This family right
That's
here.
a
We
true
didn't
boy.
even know
That's a
it. We didn't even know
freestyle.
it. He freestyled on it. What's wrong with you, man? I like that.
I like that. That was
But
clever. That was
but you know what? I want to say this here.
clever.
I appreciate you coming on the show. And I want to tell how I met him. I met him through D. Ross of Maywood. And this guy is powerful, but you really don't know because he kind of holding back, and I'm gonna leave that alone. He got to tell it. I ain't gonna tell it. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? When D told me who he was, and then me him worked at the job that I got hurt on, FIC America, and they was playing with him in there, and I said, hey man, Don't be playing with my family like that, man. He would tear you up. And the supervisor, which was Will, one of our guys, and Will was like, that's, and I said, don't play with him like that. Don't do that. And it led from there where it was smooth, and we set the platform to say that, this guy's he's one of us, and he just come here to do his 8 hours, 12 hours, and he gone.
Let me tell that story. Here's what really happened.
I tried to stop him.
Yeah,
because he was finna test something up, and I told him, don't do it.
Here's what really happened, right? In honesty. One thing I hate is what I call handkerchief head niggas.
Ooh, that part.
Now, the term nigger to me, I mean, in Egyptian hieroglyphics as well, it simply defines the content of a character. And so when you define the content of a character, it does not define the color of who you are. Because a nigger is just an ignorant person.
Ignorant person.
Period.
True.
And so here's what happened. Me and my man, we was working together. And I wind up, because I tell every job that I get, if I get bored, I quit. You got to keep me active. I'm that kind of person on the job because I came to earn my keep. I came to earn my dollar. I didn't come to sit around. I didn't come to joke around. None like that. This strictly business. I come to show up and show out. Right? And so I'm standing around the machine and the machine producing stuff and all that. And I done got kind of tired. So I wind up sitting on the rail. And this old handkerchief head Negro, he come walking by and tell me that I can't sit down on the rail. Why can't I sit on the rail? Ain't no other supervisor said nothing to me. Ain't no Mexican said nothing to me. Ain't no Puerto Rican said nothing to me. You the only one saying something to me. So I'm still sitting there. You know what I mean? So when he come by, he said the same thing. And so I called him the B word. I said, man, you act like a little B to me. Because now I'm ready to fight. So I'm trying to call him out. And so what wound up happening was he didn't say nothing. He put his head down. I called him the B word. So in my mind, I got him. That's my man. I'm finna take his check and everything. That's my man. So he walked past me again. And when he walked past me again, I called him the B word. Nigga, you ain't nothing but a B. He didn't say nothing, put his head down. So next thing you know, we went to chow. Excuse me. We went to what was that? We went to dinner. We went to dinner. Yeah. That word.
Yeah, lunch like.
We went to lunch. So we went to lunch when we was in the not chow hall, when we was in the dining room.
In the dining room upstairs.
We was in the dining room upstairs, and he walked past me. I say, nigga, you ain't nothing but a B. Because I want to beat him up. I want to fight.
And I kept telling him to stop that. Please stop that.
He kept telling me to stop.
I'm like, big bro, come on, man. I got this here. I got it.
I want to let him know, you got to start giving me your check.
He was on some gangster stuff. I'm like, man, you can't do that in here, man. We working.
Because I can find another job. I'm not worried about that. But you're not going to disrespect me.
Okay.
It's as simple as that. You're not going to disrespect me.
All right.
You're going to recognize who I am. Period, point blank. I'm a man just like you, struggling, trying to take care of my family just like you. And I'm not going to let you interfere with that process. And so that's what it was. Okay. And
I was trying to leave that out.
Right after that, right after that, because we're not leaving nothing out. We can, ain't no breaks, it's high stakes.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, that's that, and so that's just how that went down. After that, because it was a distance away anyway. So it was costing me a lot of gas money, So, they fired me. And it was all right because I got unemployment. I'm a hustler. So, even today, it's like I'm in school. And when I go to school, I have multiple degrees because I've been going to school all of my life. And so it's like whatever I do, I went to school for it.
Okay.
I just want to get paid for it.
Right.
Therefore,
Right.
because I went to school for it and I have the
Uh-huh.
knowledge for it, I charge people for what they don't know.
Hmm. Smart.
And those just the facts of life.
Smart.
You know what I mean? So when I'm out here hustling and things like that, I'm hustling off of what I went to school and earned degrees for. And so I tell people all the time, I would go to school for the rest of my life. But when I go to school, the first thing I tell my professors, and I don't mean to sound racist or nothing like that, but the first thing I tell my white professors is, teach me how to get all that money y'all got.
Hmm.
Because
Does it
y'all
work?
went through some illegal stuff.
Have they taught you yet?
Oh yeah. Y'all went through some illegal stuff
Yeah.
to get to the legal stuff.
All right.
You know,
Right,
oh yeah,
right,
have they
yeah.
told me yet, man? They been told me. What
Right.
you mean?
You some, bro. Hey, and I told them every time he came, and I said, "You leave him alone, cause I'm going where he go." And we didn't have no problems. He was just like he was on something different. I go downstairs, I be working, I be like, "Man, they say you finna tear it up here." I be like, "Would you stop it? Let's get in here and get this money." I just left him alone. I just say, "Hey, this my brother. I got to ride with him, so it's all good." But he didn't mean no harm though. It just somebody tried to call him out and tried his manhood, and they couldn't win, and they had to tuck their tail because he had to teach them something, and that's what it was. A lot of times you do that stuff. You play with people when you playing with the wrong people. So that's how that go. But hey, we're gonna. I got something I want to add here, and I want to ask y'all something.
Okay.
How was your weekend? It was nice outside.
Well, you know what?
Talking there.
Rain, sleet, or snow. I'm chasing my dough. So the
Okay.
weather,
Uh-oh.
it just don't matter. It's always a go.
Here you go. Okay.
Yes, that
So
piece.
now, how was your weekend? How was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend was okay.
Because it was nice outside. It
It
was
was
like
nice outside.
70.
We went to the Proviso East fundraiser that they had for the reunion
Oh, we showed
coming
did.
up. We went up
It was
there.
nice
It was really
too.
nice.
Yeah. So let me
So we
ask you a
did that.
question. Who they
Mhm.
call Musty Man? Who the hell is Musty Man?
According to him, I guess Chris Brown called
Why
himself
would you call
Musty
yourself not?
Man.
Don't let me say it. Why would you call yourself the Musty Man?
I don't know.
I don't get that part. I ain't never finna call myself no stank ass nowhere. I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. Calm down. Let me get it. Uh, I was trying to figure out the whole time why who was the Musty Man, because we was in the Proviso East thing, and it was
Right,
beautiful. I liked it. I seen Cheryl. What's the Cheryl? She used to DJ with me back in the
right,
day.
yeah.
Cheryl, what's her name? That's your girl.
From Garfield Cheryl Booth.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She was getting down. And they was talking about the Musty Man. I said, who's the Musty Man? And they said, Chris Brown. I said, is he musty for real? What's going on with that? And I said, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Because that don't make no sense. And I left alone. Then you said to him about our show. What did you say?
Told him to watch our show.
And he said he didn't
Because
know
I
that.
sent them, we sent them a shout out last Wednesday.
And he said he didn't know we had a show, but we in the same damn building. Now I know everybody's show ain't here, even my cousin's show ain't here. And he started first. And I don't bother him or none of that. I asked him to put me on his show, and he said yeah, and then it went another way, and then God bless me where we came together and we got a show, and we talking about what's really going on. I ain't bashing nobody's shows, but I was trying to figure out who the Musty Man is. Why you want to call yourself the Musty Man? You stink or something. Anyway, so my thing is this here Proviso East thing was good. It was beautiful. I got to meet my classmates and everything. It was beautiful. Now, this is the thing I want to bring to everybody. And I will say that I went for my weekend with my girls Sunday, my twins, Belle and Princess. Shout out to them with their bad self. To Golden Corral and met their mom there. And it was packed in there. And I was cool. And this what I would say to us as black people, minority, anything. Do not let your kids run wild and you sitting at a table eating, and we living in a dangerous world. It's dangerous. So you gonna let your kids run wild. Now we on this side of the building and the kids on that side. So I couldn't even eat. I'm falling out the chair chasing them, talking about, hey, where y'all going? We got the food over here already. You know, it's dangerous out here. You know it. You know, somebody will grab your kids and you be turning around, you looking around, and they gone with them. Now you got the police and the family looking for them, but it's your fault because you was careless. And I didn't like that. I did not have a comfortable Sunday, and it was nice, 70 degrees. I thought I was gonna have a good time, but man, I really was like, my kids, after they got that money from me, they said, F you, daddy. I said, wait a minute, get my money back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, y'all can't run wild like this here. And then like now I need some advice on this here. When you got girls, I can't take them to the bathroom because I'm a man.
True.
Am I right or wrong?
No.
You hear me? I can't take them to the bathroom because I'm a man. So I stood at the door.
You should have
And
made her take them.
well, she was running around getting food with the grandbaby.
She still should have took the babies to
So I'm like,
bathroom.
okay, I take my daughter and I'm standing outside. And what scares me is we living in a crazy world where, there's violence. There's a lot of things going on, and we have to be aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Be aware of your surroundings, and then that way you'll live long, or s- you know, make sure your family is cool. So she went in there, took a little while. I knocked on the door. I said, Princess, come on out. She said, I'm coming, Daddy. And I said, I waited for a while. You know what I'm saying? She didn't say nothing. So I hollered at her mother. I said, you go in there and get her. Cause see, this is what I've seen out here, and I'm speaking the truth. I wish y'all just take me serious. You have people, you will send your kids in that bathroom, and they'll grab your kids and slide them out, and you will never know
You'll
that.
never
And
know.
you looking for them.
That can
So you
happen.
got to take that serious. You cannot let your kids come in the stores or the restaurants or um uh, uh, um like the play places, whether you take them to Chunky Cheese and all that and run wild. When I take them, I run right behind them. I be going crazy because I'm going left, I'm going right. And I be like, you got to go with me too, because it's two of them. It ain't one of them, it's two of them. And why you feel so comfortable to just let them run wild. So I just it started out to be a good Sunday, and then it ended up as a bad Sunday, and but it was a nice day, but don't let your kids run wild and you feel comfortable, because somebody will grab them and you will never see them again. It's on the news every day.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I seen one more thing before we go along. I seen and I gotta say this here, this old school way, and you know it. Uh, it was a young lady had a baby, and then the baby was hollering like hell. I thought somebody was choking her or something. I looked around, and said, "Damn, I got to go see about this baby." And she was just laid out in the middle of the floor, screaming and hollering. I said, "You take her in there and beat her ass." Make her back in our day, Earl Day, your brother day. My grandmama said, my mama, she sat me and my twin down in the back seat when we went to our grandmama house or our uncle's or anybody house. And she said, put us in the back seats of them cars. She said, if y'all go over here clowning, I'm gonna beat the shit out of y'all. That part, you gotta wait, because they gotta pause it. And you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta honor that. Because my grandmother and grandfather told me, I'm gonna beat you where you clown at. That was respect.
Yeah, that's what my
These
mom
this
told
girl
me.
fell out and the floor was hollering. I thought somebody was killing her. But anyway, we're gonna pause for a minute, and we're gonna come right back. We got some hot conversations. I went to the meeting with the mayor. That was ridiculous yesterday. It was sad. I want to talk about that. So we're gonna just take 2 minutes of a recess, okay? 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Yes, now you
Oh,
can
no,
get
no,
All right.
no. Oh,
okay.
It might
no,
be.
no, no,
Come on.
no. Oh, no. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me if you're feeling me. What's your intentions with me? Do you plan on loving me, or do you plan on sexing me? Just be real with me, so I wouldn't have to assume anything. I won't waste your time if you promise me that you're always mine. I'm down for you, but you down for me. I'm wanting you, but you wanting me. Boy, tell me where I stand. Ain't got no time for gazing. Are we just friends, or did God send me a blessing? Ain't got no time to be wasting. Ain't got no time to be chasing love. I don't wanna waste no time. I don't wanna waste my time, no. I don't wanna waste your time. I don't wanna waste our time, no time, no time, no time. If all you're trying to do is finesse me, just keep it moving. If all you're trying to do is sex me, keep it moving. If you don't have intentions on wiping me, just keep it moving. If you're not trying to stay gone, baby, just keep it moving. I ain't tryna waste no time. I ain't tryna waste no time. Oh yeah. I ain't niggas stay on my line, and the real one is hard to find. Just let me know who's done. Gonna promise I'll be front. If I can give you what you want, don't sugarcoat it, let me know it. If you don't wanna lose me, then prove it. I don't wanna start over again. Don't wanna get hurt again. Ain't tryna get sent off. If you're not tryna come, then get lost. I don't wanna waste no time. I don't wanna
Yes,
waste my
guys.
time.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
don't
We
wanna
gotta
waste your
take a
time.
station break. We're back. We're back with our guest, Mr. Huron Lowell. Yes, we've been having a very interesting conversation. We got Mr. Ram Real Talk over there.
That's right. That's
Talking.
right. And I'm gonna say it again before we left. Don't leave your kids. Don't let them run the show. You run the show. Don't let them run around and scream and holler and you on the other side of the building, because if something happened to those kids, please listen to me, world. You will regret it. Don't feel comfortable because you live in a nice neighborhood and then you go to another neighborhood. It's crazy people out here grab your kids and you will never see them again. Stop that. You're being too comfortable. I never seen that. But anyway, we're gonna move on. We want to talk about the violence with my brother here. Because he taught me some things that he said to me when I met him last Saturday, which I be seeing him all the time, but I met him last Saturday. He gave me the book, I supported and everything. But it was some things he said about put the guns down, because I say I represent put the guns down and all that. And he taught me some things about that. And I want him to tell you all exactly what he told me that made sense 100%. And I want him to say exactly what he said. Could you please tell the world what you said?
Well, so that you don't ask too many questions, because I don't really answer questions. Just don't ask me about nobody that I grew up with or nothing like that, because those questions I will not answer. In terms of violence, you asked me that question, and my retort was this: I believe in violence, but I believe in necessary violence. I would be a hypocrite to tell you to put your gun down, and yet I'm a revolutionary. I believe in absolute progressive change by any means necessary. And so when we go back to my book and I define the term gangster and what it means to me, a rebellion against unjust behavior. If a teacher in school tell you as a child, you cannot be what you want to be, and then you turn around and be what you want to be, that's a rebellion against a unjust attitude. And so when we talk about violence, the violence we see in the streets today with our youth is what I call intense, extreme, unnecessary violence that stem from utter ignorance. It is only when we can heighten ourselves as human beings with knowledge that we can enlighten ourselves. And so when you're dealing with an attitude that does not know themselves, they have no other choice than to reform to the patterns, excuse me, of absolute ignorance. So that's what we see in the streets today. So when I talk about necessary violence, I talk about you messing with my liberation, because you have to give me liberation or death. Period, point blank. You got to give me freedom or death. When I talk about liberation, I talk about the protection of me, my family, and I ain't talking about nobody else. Because if you don't defend yourself, you on your own, but I'm going to defend mine. And so when you talk about, hey, turn your gun in and all that old nonsense, how many of them is turning their guns in? And how many of them, the opponent, the enemy, how many of them do you believe actually is not taking none of your guns home with them after you turn them in for $10 or $100? So to disarm yourself is absolute foolishness to me. Because like I just said again, give me liberation to give me death. I'm going to protect me and mine, my children, my wife, my brother, my sister-in-law, the whole shebang. It's going down. Period, point blank. But as long as you're not messing with my liberation, as long as you're not messing with my freedom, as long as you're not messing with my ability to exercise my right as a free human being, oh, we ain't got no arguments. All is well.
Now that's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. I love what you said, because when you said that to me, about when we was talking about put the guns down, and you was like, and I said, wow, that's really something to tell the people. I said, I want you to tell them that, because I don't think I know how to say it like that. Because he came strong on me with it when he brought me the book, and I'm like, wow, okay, well, man, I need you on the show right away, and because we got to educate our people, to protect your family, protect your surroundings, your kids, that go back to, don't let your kids run wild in stores and all that. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop that. Something happened to them, you're gonna be shitting the bricks, and it'll be nobody fault but yours, So, but we just need to educate our people and bring them back to the way it used to be. Back in the day, and everybody noticed it, that we stuck together, you know, and about time you got home and you did something wrong and you came from that wreck or that park or any park, and they seen you, some other parent, you done have 4 or 5 ass whoopings, and plus your mama waiting at home for you when she get off work.
What I wanted to talk. Can I speak?
Go ahead.
What I want to talk about also is
Mhm.
my second book, which is The Making of a Community. The reason why I structured this book actually is because the community is what defines and develops the structure of human character. Because as children, we have a tendency to look up to the elders in terms of developing the conduct of our behavior. I'm from the Jewtown area, born and raised. And in the making of a community, we had giants, historical giants, that a whole lot of individuals do not even remember, heard about, or know about to date. For instance, there was one brother that I grew up with, much older than me, and his name was Eugene Lewis. We were a extension of the Black Panther Party movement. And one thing he told his mother, I'll never forget, give me liberty or give me death. I would never, ever go to jail. They would have to kill me first. And so what wound up happening was he called a case. 26 in California, he went to court. And before sentencing, he had his queen, to carve a pistol out in the Bible. Put the pistol in the Bible, and she brought it to court to him. There was a shootout that ensued. He was killed in the process. Death, because he preferred freedom over death. But that was the sacrifice that he made, because that's what he believed in, because he was in an environment that forced him to do dangerous things against his nature, but only for the sake of survival. But then we had in the village, in Jewtown, Ralph Abernathy, which was actually the last person that Martin Luther King really spoke to. He lived over there. Then we had another brother that was the original Black Panther Party by the name of George Jackson, the Soledad brothers, before he moved to San Francisco, California, and was in prison. George Jackson, we had him. And so the making of a community describes the shoulders that we as youth climbed off of. And that just not does not just isolate to Jewtown or the village, but it isolates to every community, because as youth, there's always somebody that you look up to and that you want to be like. Whether that image is negative or positive, you cling on to it until you develop into who you really are, who God actually intended for your potential to be. I just wanted to clarify that. Thank you.
All right, bro.
Nice.
Appreciate that, man. Number love. You know, me and this guy, he'll call me and say, "You all right, little bro?" I'll be like, "Man, you all right, bro?" He's like, "Man, I'm just checking on you because you out here, and you doing things, and I just want to make sure that you all right." And I told him what what my goal was. I said, hey to God, hey, the time I got left, because there's a lot of people dying, out here.
It is.
Every day, and they didn't be done went to school with you and be like, man, what, and you be thinking like, dang, my next, but how you got to solve that? You got to go to your doctor's appointments, guys. You got to go to your doctor's appointments. Don't be scared, because if there's something going on, you want to be able to fix it. You might catch it in time, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
and you need to do that. Don't be scared, you know. And I know we run out of time because I want to run through some things, you know. But take care of yourself, take care of your family. Don't be scared to go to the doctor, you know. Um, I don't want a short life. I want a long life, and put God first and be able to help people and guide people, and get back to the way we used to be and stop this violence. What I seen yesterday, I went to the mayor's meeting, Booker Maywood, and I want y'all to know this here. What is that guy name? The other guy. Look on your phone. I sent it
Miguel
to you.
somebody.
Miguel. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Booker from Maywood is doing 100%. He doing 100. He's the crime rate is down. He's letting businesses open up. He's still working at it. Black businesses or whatever. It could be the minority, but he's letting us open up restaurants with bars, and stuff like that. The grocery stores finna he working on to get that back open over at the old white ways. He's doing big things, and I'm just saying to the people, get a man a chance. That man, I went to the meeting yesterday, and he was trying to get at that mayor at Booker so hard, and Booker held his grounds and shut him down. Now that's another black man fighting against another black man. So it was two of them in there doing. I'm looking. I'm like, what is going on in here? What is this? Some kind of show? And they was trustees, two of them. I don't know the other man name. But the other one, say his name again? Because I really don't know. What's his name?
Miguel something.
Miguel something.
Mhm.
He had old tight suit on, you know what I'm saying, and he was everything that the mayor clarified on the TV of what he was doing that helped the neighborhood. He was trying to knock it down. You had Leighton Scott there, uh, and Mr. Wade, that's on the fire department, that was asking for, things to make things better in the neighborhood. Then you had the chief of police that was asking for cars, new cars, because Bearwood doing their thing. They got new cars, we got old cars, and they was asking for that through the plan, through the money that was in there. And this Miguel guy was trying to shoot it down, from my understanding, but it voted, it went through. But my point to it was ridiculous because the mayor held his grounds. I was so proud of him. And I know he wanted to get up and explode, but you should have seen this yesterday. I took time out. I went, and I think that, like I say, we got to rebuild Maywood. That's where I grew up at. Me and my twin and a lot of my family members, we love Maywood. We still there, and it's just sad that this man has a chair in Maywood, and they trying to knock him down and take his spot. And they was just like shooting at him, trying to cut his neck off. And I seen it. I'm looking like, man, this man is doing 100%. He doing something in here. He letting businesses open up. Because when I was trying to get a bar back in the day, in Maywood, I couldn't get it. I ended up doing it at Merrow's in Chicago, and but Maywood, it wasn't no license, no liquor license available, and he's letting it open up now, restaurant, bars, black owned, and it just was crazy the way this other black man and this other black man was shooting him down, and he's showing all what he did with that money, and they was trying to say some negative things about him. But this is what I learned too. There was two white people there. They was voting with the mayor. I'm just taking. I don't want to get no politics 'cause I don't know nothing about it. It was amazing what I saw yesterday, and it was a Mexican guy there. He was a trustee. He said this here: the minorities are not getting what they need. That's a lie. They buying up all the properties in Maywood all over the world. If a black man, and I've been dealing with real estate a long time, off and on here and there, we got to go through hell now to be approved. They want to know your mama name, your daddy name, they social security number, all that. But the Mexicans, they giving them what they want, house after house. And it's sad that what I seen what he was doing, he was saying, well, we ain't getting enough. Hell, you buying up our neighborhood. What about us? This our neighborhood. This where this our stomping ground. So I want to encourage, black people to, just, and I've been saying that, with the put the guns down, buy the properties, and the mayor want to see you buy. He's not prejudiced. He's not a bully. He's a good guy, and what the trustee said that he said he was like a bully, and he's not a bully. He'll call you back. You got something going on. He will try to help you and won't ignore any calls from anybody. And that's a good thing. Some mayors be so busy they don't even call back the park, the people that live in the neighborhood. We ain't gonna say nothing. We gonna leave that alone. But it's wrong. It's wrong. I mean, you pay taxes in your neighborhood, that mayor should respond to you. That trustee should respond to you, you know. And I see Bearwood, I'm gonna say it, I ain't gonna hold back. They looking good. Maywood, the mayor, he had a lot of stuff put on his plate that he had to fix and build and sweep it up. All this BS going on, and he doing a good job. Leave that man alone. He's very educated. He young, and they was trying to cut his neck off yesterday, and he held his ground.
Hmm.
You had to see this here. I was like, oh my God, Tory, which is Tory, Tory Gilmore. She works along with the mayor. She held his back, held him up. It just looked at like, man, it wasn't that many people. It was some people in there that had his back, but these two guys was shooting at him, trying to cut his head off. And I say, there's two black men shooting at another black man. And he on some positive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that's wrong. And they trying to give the rec park district $1 million to fix the parks out here. Glen Rivers is giving up 7,500. I heard that, or either 8,000, or they finna fix one park. It's $1 million. They gonna fix all the parks. Can't be one park, because I do construction. It shouldn't be one park. They better not give that park nothing until they get rid of Miss Hall. And I heard they got rid of her because she's stealing. I got a lawsuit in with her, with the park district, because they owe me money, breach of contract. I'm letting the world know. She has not returned our emails, text messages, and I had to pay Farley. I'm mad about it. I had to pay BET. It was a big event to bring businesses together at the rec and black folks together, positive things, with the guns down. Just bring the peace to the neighborhood. Let's do some things, And she has not respond. She ain't respond to you, But I found out. I went to the meeting at the rec yesterday. I didn't catch her. She probably say, that crazy nigga, he coming. I better get up out of here quick. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I went to the mayor's thing, but from my understanding, either she on suspension or out of there, and they need to put her out of there because I'm suing them. I want my money. That's wrong. I don't even know this lady, and she stopped my event. It was good for uh, the village of Maywood and the Park District, bringing talent in here and businesses together, and she stopped it. And then not only that, we grew up at that rec. She took the basketball rims down. It looked a mess down there. It looks like it's a storage place of what, junk. Not, but on the new side, that look good. But they storing stuff over there. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, they are.
You know, it looks like a mess. And you know, Michael Finley played there. You know, a lot of people. Glenn Rivers played there. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Wilson played there. Why you take them rims down? That's a part of Maywood, the Park District. So you know, that's my brother played there. DM Donald Miller and a lot of other cats. You know, I will go there and he'd make me sit there and watch them play basketball. You know what I'm saying? And they played good. So here it is. You done took this stuff down and it looked like a mess up there. But I want my money, Miss Hall. And I got you. Them paperwork. I don't care. You can sue me for saying what I'm saying. I don't give a damn. I gave you a chance to fix it with me. And I've sent messages saying I went up there and said I don't even want no problems with y'all. And they still ain't responding. So I'm gonna leave it as that. You know, we're gonna do some shout outs because we got to get off the air. You know, we want to do a shout out to TNT Torn, Rams Torn, Power Torn, Pumpkins, 717. We want to do a shout out to The View, Eddie, Blue Notes, Dave's on Manhattan. You know, my brother with the book here. He's excellent. Please support him. He's the real deal. You know, we thank him for coming on the show today and telling us some knowledge. You know, real knowledge. There you go.
So I'm sorry, guys. I really wanted to do my police piece. I had it all set, but what we gonna do is okay, I could play it out but I really wanted to play it and have everybody like listen to it, like take a few minutes and let everybody listen to it. So I'm gonna do one even better. We're gonna listen to a little bit of it as we go out, but next week I promise I'm gonna bring the actual poem with me and I'm gonna do it on the air because I haven't did poetry on this show in a while, and I really want to bring that flavor back where we do poetry, talk to the guests, and talk about hot topics and everything like that. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys tune in with us every Wednesday. It's cool because some of y'all say we like a black soap opera that come on at night. And we're gonna let our guests say something before we get out of here.
In reference to the police issue, I don't get involved in anything that's defamatory, I would say, simply because police, just like everybody, is human beings, and people come to work every day with different attitudes. You know, you find a whole lot of police ain't got no sex the night before they came to work, and they agitated as hell, and they'll take it out on the individual that they be done ran into. You got some extremely, extremely terrible police out here, but then you got some good ones.
You do.
That really mean to do their job and what they came to work to do. You know, and so, therefore, because I used to believe a long time ago, that an oppressor is an oppressor. It's as simple as that. And that's not always the case. Because like I say, you got some human beings and then you got some devils. And those are just the opposites of life.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we got to get off this air because Earl looking at us like, man, you better get off my station. y'all know I got other people here. We want to thank you, Earl, man. I really love you, man. I ain't know we was family. This guy here, I'm gonna support you. I got some people that want to get on to and pay their own airtime. Thank you. Love you, fam.
And protect us.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Patiently tested us. And you keep doing things to citizens who haven't done anything for you.